We're recording. You can go ahead and do your thing whenever you're ready there, Tony.
Alright, couple things. We'll start at the top. Since we are coming back into Monster of the Week,
Yeah,
welcome.
I'm gonna need a major recap.
Alright, so I will be your keeper this evening.
Hi, Keeper.
Ace, let's talk about your magic wall that you are so fond of. How big do you think it is? Because I was thinking something like 5, 6 feet tall, maybe 5, 6 feet wide, just like a nice square in front of you. Now, because we never really discussed how it is, and I know that you can restrain people and like encase them in ice with it as well, because all the added effects and abilities that you have, and you can add like a life drain basis to it. So why don't
I
you?
like to
Why don't we
think.
go over that a little bit?
I like to think when it comes to Ace's magic wall that he's a grower, not a shower. But that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't. It's a wall, so I don't imagine it's just 5 feet. I mean, when you say wall, it's not. It's a wall.
Well, I mean, you've used it for various different things, and sometimes you said, like, I want to encase this guy in ice because you can add the restraining effect to it. And then you've done multiple different things like shoot out ice missiles and stuff like that because you do have the wall, which is a barrier. Um, so we'll just confront that as we go along.
Okay.
Gavin, I already talked to you about some of your abilities earlier.
Yes, soothe is not mind control. I can just make people not scared.
You can not just not scared, but like if people, I see it as like if people are having like a panic attack or something like that, you can help calm them down, or any type of just ailment like that. And another thing is with your now with your eyes. You say sometimes they change colors, like they go. What was it, like white or yellow or
No,
something
it's
like
like
that?
a glowing blue.
Okay, and that only happens when your wings come out.
That happens either during moments of intense emotion or when I use any of my angelic powers.
Okay, and you have done it publicly in front of people. Use your angelic powers. So just keep that in mind too.
Yeah.
And
Now, if I use like any sort of black magic or dark magic or anything like that, my eyes turn black. But that's not an angelic thing. I would like to think that's what would happen to anybody that uses black magic.
right. So, Karen, you might not remember this, but at some point in time, Samuel gave you a whip of restraining. You kind of think about like the Wonder Woman lasso. You
I
can
think
whip
I
at
do.
somebody with it, and you can add the restraining effect to them. So, just keep that in mind as we continue forward. Also,
You made one.
made one more.
Character, a character sheet.
Oh yeah, he made like that.
Now I'm a human, so it's pretty much my ability is human abilities.
Right.
I
Yeah.
do have a variety of. I think they were temporary though.
And also make a solid argument to any manager and raise a royal bitch fit when it comes to masks.
Yes.
So,
I'm pro mask.
you said you have a variety of what that you think are temporary?
Not necessarily abilities, but gifts or toys. I don't know. I was given claws at one point.
Yes, you have an
They gave you
enchanted.
a magical manicure.
Yes, aka claws. I'm like, I think
Yes.
I'm assuming that would be temporary, or is that a permanent thing?
Well, I have created your nails, and
Okay.
they are enchanted nails. They
Mhm.
always look fabulous. They're
Right.
color changing. They never break, so you don't ever have to worry. And I would say that they're permanent, as far as you know, for right now.
Okay.
Cool. I
Now,
mean, if I could have made them that way, that's what I would have wanted to do.
the
Oh, and by the
tags-
way, if they're color changing, the original color I would have made them was like a blood red.
so the tags I placed on them is one harm,
Yeah.
hand, and magical. So the hand means it's literally hand contact. You have to be able to touch them with your hand, not an arm's reach or whatever, because that's just outside of our. Or I think close mean or intimidate. Hold on. There's a bunch of tags, and hand means literally in your grasp.
Okay.
Now magical because they were magically enhanced. Your
Mhm.
BMW, I have it in my notes as magically enhanced question mark by accident question mark question mark has protection from magic, but only while the windows are up. Magic is very weird.
So I
Question
hate to be the bearer of bad news for me and my comrades, but I think we sort of gave it magical nitro, and after we broke a certain speed, it sort of shattered the enchantment on it.
Maybe it did.
Okay.
I mean, you tell me. I don't know if it did or not, but
Well, next time you see it, try to hit it with your flaming sword. We'll figure it out.
I will.
Well, hi guys, how are y'all?
Holy crap, it's Brandon. Hey, what's up, man?
Will you be playing tonight? We decided to move over to Monster of the Week.
That's fine. Move over to Monster of the Week because I mean I don't get to fish with my dad very often. And that's what we were doing. So we still have like an hour and a half drive home.
Well, I'm just going over a little recap with all the characters, so we're gonna continue going through.
That's fine. I just wanted to call in and let y'all know that I wasn't playing and that I was okay and that I was the reason why I wasn't just fishing just to go fishing. It was because
Oh, dude,
I'm
I'm
up in
not
Georgia.
holding it against
You're
you, man.
So,
You're
Yeah,
good, man.
I'm not holding it against you.
all right,
I
yeah.
mean-
I just know we had plans, so that's why I was like, oh, maybe I should tell them why I'm not doing things.
No, you're good.
But next Wednesday,
Yes, I'll be back.
clear
I'll
up
be
a slot
back in
next
Florida.
Wednesday because we're okay.
All right, we got it. We gotta continue moving on. It's already
All right.
7:17.
All right,
And
you
then-
do you. Bye.
And then apparently I've got, thanks to Ace, I have a magic gun that is plus harm, plus one harm.
Mm-hmm.
Close range, of course.
So your gun is a 4 harm,
Okay.
close, loud, reload 8, and it is magical. So it has a lot of tags on your gun, but that I can't remember if that was a temporary effect at the time when you used magic. I'm not too sure on that.
Okay. So
You
that was
remember, Ace?
It was a permanent thing.
Okay. Like the nails.
okay.
Okay.
So
Alright,
it's basically
You've gotten
my-
some magical steroids since we started.
Yeah, some stuff. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I still have all of those. Because I'd forgotten the whip, but that's everything else that I've got. I wrote down. Okay, yeah, no, I'm all caught up, and will forget that I have any of those. So.
So, you all in our last session, you all were able to persuade with various links of communication with over a speakerphone with Samuel to a unknown demigod of sorts to let go 17 people out of his demiplane and release them back into the mundane world where we all are. And from there, this character disappeared and went back to his world. And Samuel said, "Don't worry about it, because he'll take care of it. He'll deal with it." He spent about 2 weeks playing poker with a demigod once just so he could get one over on the guy. Moving forward from there, Giz showed y'all some new experimental technology that was able to teleport you into various locations, having some party members' adverse reactions to instantaneous transmission across the world. After puking in several buckets, in Louisiana's bunker in New Orleans, y'all met up with Christopher Whitworth, who is the division manager for the New Orleans Hive organization. Above his bunk, where y'all also learned of a local banshee terrorizing the local graveyards and the town. Y'all also moved up to found out that the restaurant The Broken Egg sits atop of the Hive bunker that is also owned and operated by Hive employees, not hunters, just employees. They know of Hive and work for Hive, and some are intelligent officers, but mainly just cooks and servers.
So not agents.
Correct. Not agents, hunters. They do not
Okay.
actively hunt anything.
Got it.
I have also listed in the Discord channel underneath NPC bios some little information about C.W. Wentworth. He has an expertise in angels, demons, demigods, mythology, Norse and Egyptian, and a slight dabbler of the occult. That is his speciality. So that is, if you have questions about those particular things, that is what he deals with. I will be creating specializations for you all. I'm in the middle of kind of making a list of specializations y'all can all choose from to give y'all during certain investigations as we continue forward. You will have a +1 for those specific things. Like I believe
think-
Ace would be something like occult, right? Like you would know certain types of magic and then everything like in Savannah.
Yeah, we kind of said that the way Ace's expertise on it is basically he's kind of a jack of all trades. He knows a little bit about a lot of the stuff in the arcane, but he's not necessarily an expert on anything. So, however you want to play that
Right.
out, but yeah.
And I think for Dex, we said that my thing was was the undead as well as like gods and demigods, pretty much anything pertaining to like the afterlife and the divine.
So for Dex, it's actually the opposite. We were saying that for Angel is more or less the undead, where for Dex it's more or less the celestial side of things.
Like
You know a lot
gods and
about
demigods, demons, angels, and
demons.
stuff.
Yep, correct. Where
Okay.
Angel was the person to get to know like undead creatures and stuff like that.
Okay, so if it comes to basically any sort of higher being, I'm the guy for that.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, Karen, what do you think her speciality would be? Customer representative?
I mean,
We'll say
I would
public
think.
relations.
Yeah, I
I
was
mean-
like, I'm a PR analyst, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I would think for Karen, it would just play into the nature of the mundane. Like your speciality would just be like the affairs of regular people.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad
go
that I got some things kind of filtered through. So, y'all went up after y'all met up with at the Broken Egg, and Dex went to go find Zed and confronted him in his little Zen garden. Well, massive Zen garden that he's been cultivating for years, a couple hundreds of years. They had a slight conversation, and Dex was able to convince him to meet him somewhere as soon as he was finished doing what he was doing. Then Dex met up with everybody at the Broken Egg, and after breakfast, he proceeded to try to steal multiple salt shakers from all the tables. One of the
I
employees
remember that.
generously offered him a 5-pound bag of salt in replacement for the salt shakers that they needed for the restaurant. From there, y'all went to the library and got a book on American Sign Language, where Dex and Ace performed a ritual so that you all automatically knew a new language. you are all able to, and I quote, speak American Sign Language.
I remember that one.
Why did we do that again? I mean, I remember that we did it. I just don't remember why.
I don't know.
I think it was because
Banshees.
we were banshees, and like we were at the club where we couldn't listen to anything, so we wanted to have a way to be able to talk to each other if we needed to when we couldn't
hmm
hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So only
Okay.
problem is that American Sign Language has to do with signs, and y'all can all speak American Sign Language. So best of luck in that. Y'all have fun with that. Let me know how it goes.
How do you speak American
I,
Sign
I
Language?
don't
Do
know. I don't know, but those were
That's
Gavin's
you,
words. I want to be able to
two
speak
fingers up,
American Sign
symbol for
Language.
E.
yes.
It's, swing a finger back and forth.
yes.
But no, I will say that y'all do know correctly how to perform American Sign Language with your hands. So you all know that, and you all know how to speak English, read and write English. I guess if you have multiple languages, let's just fill that in later.
I speak Korean.
Yeah, let's hear it.
See, I don't know how to do it without sounding racist, so I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
like maybe not.
I speak the Japanese.
Oh yeah,
With the French accent. Okay.
yeah. Shizuki, Yamaha,
Kawasaki, Suzuki. Toyota. Finished
his own
off with a
language.
Honda Civic.
Uh-huh.
Barely Akato, Honda Civic.
Yeah.
Long,
Okay.
long time.
So Ace knows.
Why?
Good eye, mate. Right out.
Languages
Ouch, man.
that
Ouch.
needs.
Down to the beach with a shrimp on the bobby.
Ow. That was rough.
Anyways, I also have languages underneath Ace as various occult texts. So, like if you find some hieroglyphics or something like that that have to do with some form of occult, you can kind of roughly roll for it, and I will tell you what it means.
Something legit that I
Yeah.
would know is I do know how to speak Enochian.
Enochian. Yeah, cool. That sounds good to me. I don't know how to spell Enochian, so I'm not going to type it into my Word document.
You need me to spell it for you?
Say
Nope, you're
Nokia.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to
N.
type in Nokia. And then
There you go.
I
an
can
A
speak
in front of it.
Nokia.
Yeah, oh, no kitty cat. Oh, you're getting fat. But yeah. After the broken egg and the library fiascos, we then moved to a graveyard that y'all were informed that Giz has been checking out. And by checking out, he went there one night, took a bunch of EMF readings, and left. It's because he had more important work to do than hang out in a graveyard, in all honesty. It was beneath him. So y'all decided to go to this graveyard in the middle of the day, and y'all found a bunch of different things. As in further investigating, you found a central tomb in the graveyard, and the overhead tomb, when y'all went in, y'all explored around, and you went further and further into these catacombs, and y'all spent roughly 4 hours already in these catacombs. It's already well past midday. Y'all found that Ace found that the support beams in the catacombs were extremely weak, rotten, and they're just like railroad ties holding up the roof. Found various patches where water was dripping through the clay, almost as though if there was some type of explosion, the whole thing might collapse. Definitely a situation you would not want to be caught in the middle of. You'll also remember that Giz handed y'all a small bag to prepare for this mission. It had a EMF reader, 6 38 special silver bullets, a flashlight, and a small pouch of salt. Upon further investigation in the tomb, you found the central corridor and the central, I guess, like crypt inside
Mhm.
that had 4 sarcophagi, like one large one and 3 smaller ones. And it had the Lost Lady of New Orleans written on the placard, and then it had a bunch of scratched out and rubbed away, probably from over time. Then it had a date with some more information on it, talking about how her children were lost during the Civil War. 2 fought on the Confederate side, 1 fought on the other side, and they all died on the same exact battlefield on the same day. And she returned back home, and when she discovered all of this information, she burned herself and all the bodies of all 3 of her kids in her barn on her property, and this is their final resting place. After several debates on who has a lighter and how much lighter fluid it takes to burn bones, the group finally decided to pour salt around the tomb, and y'all were going to open it. On the moment that it was opened, that is where we resume back into our game.
All right.
So, in the scene, we see Karen sitting off to the side. We see Ace standing close by, his ritualistic knife and his pocket watch prepared for a fight. We see Angel and we see Dex Corthalamule both sliding the top of the central tomb open with a ring of salt surrounding them. And we phase over to another scene of a highway, and this gunmetal gray BMW just flying down the streets as it just passes and weaves in and out at an incredible speed through traffic, going faster and faster, making it look like it's almost the rest of the world is stopped in time while this one car flies through all the city traffic, going around cars left and right, bumping over into the little sidebar lanes that are supposed to be for emergency pullovers, and just flying in and out, weaving through traffic. The camera pans in a little closer, and we see the top half of a man's face as he passes underneath street lamps and the lights flashing on the under part of his face. We see a wildly grin and cackling laughter as he just continues to go faster and faster, the speedometer tapping on the maximum speed limit knob, RPMs going into the red as he just white handles the steering wheel, just swerving it left and right. The passenger, a wildly old man with a large handlebar mustache, a cowboy hat flying around in the back seat. The man grabs the oh shit handle on the top end of the passenger seat, and he white knuckles the center console, screaming at the other man to slow down, while the other man ignores him. The screen pans back to our hunters, Ace, Angel, Dex, and Karen. Upon opening the tomb, they find nothing. Nothing inside.
Huh.
Shit. Anybody else have any other ideas? Yeah, I want to do an investigation check.
Okay.
No, I think I am going to investigate a mystery, though. Um.
Uh, okay. Well, I mean, if you've already got it, like, because I'll do the same, or I can. I think I know what I want to ask here.
Yeah, I still haven't pulled that sheet up yet, but essentially, you tell me what I'm looking for. I'm looking for other graves. I just want to go from grave to grave and see if I notice
Well,
anything that catches my attention.
so, you could probably say like, what is being concealed here?
Yeah, that one. That one. I'm gonna do that one.
Well, I think you have to roll first, and then you get to find out how many questions you actually get to ask.
Yep.
Let's see. I got the Hunter reference sheet up. Just pulled it up.
Man, I'm ready to go. I won't ask questions.
Why
Alright, so
is this not on the Hunter reference sheet?
Because
Um,
there's the basic one, and then there's the one that's specific to your class.
so which one do you have pulled up? Do you have the playbooks? Do you have the revised?
I
Do you
have
have
the
reference sheet?
playbooks and the reference sheet up. I thought the reference sheet would have the questions that you can ask.
Yeah, does it have Hunter agenda at the very top left?
So,
Let me go back page.
I mean, I can just riddle off the stuff here while you're looking for it. So, here are the questions that you can ask. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? What is being concealed here? And then if you roll a 12 or higher, then you can kind of ask anything.
Let's see. I actually just pulled up the thing. Yeah, what is being concealed here? And specifically, I'm looking for other graves. Yeah, it's
I'm gonna need you to roll
just a
first.
D6, right?
2d6.
Remember, so that's an 8.
What do I add to that?
That's a mixed
Sharp.
success. Oh yeah, sharp.
I add sharp to that. Okay. So, I get a big old +0 to sharp. So
Okay.
it's an 8.
That's mixed success. You get one question or one hold, so you can ask one question.
What is being concealed here?
So what is being concealed here? From what you can determine, it's actually, when you think about it, it's actually the opposite. It's what's not concealed here. You go over to the other 3 tombs and you just, almost like a fit of anger, you just knock over some of the lids, and every coffin and tomb in this crypt is empty. There's several of them around the wall, about 12 of them that's surrounding these center 4. You got 3 in a line in the middle of the room, and then you got one larger one right above them. That's where you put your salt circle.
Okay.
Every crypt that you open is absolutely empty. This is a empty tomb.
May I investigate a mystery?
Sure.
Alrighty. So that is a sharp.
Do you have a +2 on sharp by any chance?
I have a +3 on sharp.
Oh, that brings it to a 7.
If I did that... No, that's all wrong. Damn. I gotta change this up a little bit. Let me see, if I do... this... There we go, that's what I wanted to fix it. But we'll go with the first roll, I was just changing it so it would work, so I could just click that from going forward. So yeah,
Yep.
I got a 7.
Okay, you can ask one hold. You have one hold.
Where did it go?
So, a little bit ago, probably several hours ago, you remember Angel just briefly describing what to look for in banshees, how their screams can burst your eardrums, make your eyes bleed, or brain explode. The stories were wild, what he was telling you. But one thing stuck out that he said, look for purple goo. And you turn around to just look around in the room, there's nothing here. But when you look back into the cavern, you do see faint droplets of purple goo with the use of the flashlight that Giz has sent you, leading out of the tomb.
I'll point that out to everybody. Hey, I think we might need to follow the goo. The goo knows all.
Karen, is there anything that you would like to do here in this situation? Ace is back into the corridor where y'all came in, looking around with his flashlight. Only light in the room is through Dex's flaming sword that he is carrying around. Almost as they both move away from you, you're left in almost complete darkness. You see Angel mumbling to himself as he also peruses the inside of the coffins. What are you doing? You have a cell phone if you need to use a light. Okay. Smart. So are you following Ace or Dex?
I'll follow Ace.
Okay.
You guys don't be up to no hanky panky now.
Shut up.
So as you turn around to go follow Ace, you see in front of you she's very young. Very young. And she just has this simple smile on her face, and she holds her hands up, almost looking exactly like the horrific monster that was in that YouTube video y'all watched of the banshee. And she has these soft dimples on her face as she smiles at you, and she just says, "They were so beautiful. My children. I love them so much. Why do you disrupt their tombs?"
I immediately say, wasn't me, it was this guy.
Yeah, Dex. Why you disrupting everybody's tomb?
Do you point at Dex? So you
I
point
say,
at Ace?
excuse me, Miss Spirit, but
No,
if
hold on,
Okay.
Dex. Who? Yes. This
we
is this is a very big room. It's about 30 feet in radius from the center tomb, and Dex has gone around to open some of the various coffins, skipping a couple as he goes through. Ace has turned around and started going back out of the main chamber, back into the corridor, and you were kind of situated in the entrance, and when you turned around, she was almost right in your face. After you say what you said, who do you point to?
Oh. Okay, so I'm like, I am within the same room that Dex is in.
Yes.
Okay. Then I will point at Dex while hiding behind Ace.
So she reaches out and caresses the side of your face, and it is a cold and chilly touch, and she says, "Thank you, sweet child. Be gone now. It's gonna get messy." and then she just hovers through your body. And Ace
And Dex.
Ace and Dex. Almost simultaneously, y'all just feel this instant freezing air around you as y'all hear Angel in the background, guys, and you hear an EMF reader just ticking rapidly. Y'all both turn around simultaneously towards each other, and you see this spirit flying straight at you, Dex. And as it flies at you, it goes from a very somber looking innocent woman, and the eyes grow black, and the eyes start to sink into her face as her mouth starts to open wider and wider, and the skin pigmentation starts to get more translucent as her fingernails almost look like they rip through her fingers, creating these sharp claws as she reaches out to try and grab you.
I'm behind Salt.
No, you're not. You walked around the
You
room.
walked in. Yeah.
Ah, damn it.
No.
I'm gonna try something. I'm just gonna pull up my flaming sword and hold it in front of me. My holy flaming sword, and hold it in front of me.
So as this creature starts to fly at you, you hear it inhale just a like a huge burst of just you. From what you've heard Ace and Angel speak about, you almost feel like instinctively kind of shrivel up a little bit on the inside, knowing what's about to come. But then this figure gets right up against your sword when you lift it up, and the flames almost lick towards it, and it evaporates.
Oh,
And
thank
it's
you,
gone.
Jesus.
Oh, that's interesting.
Get the salt, 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 get the salt.
Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and just pour another salt circle around myself.
What are you talking about? The mystery's done. We solved it. We got rid of the banshee.
You know what? I'm gonna, in a swirling motion, I'm going to move towards the circle of salt as I continually spin around in circles with my flaming sword, almost like whipping it in all directions at nothing. Of course, looking out for people to make sure I don't slash anybody. But that's what I'm doing, and I'm trying to get over to my salt circle.
So y'all see Ace just frantically, Dex, just frantic. I fucking hate y'all's names. Just frantically swinging this flaming sword all throughout the air as he just. It almost looks like some type of ceremonial dance, but y'all know. Yeah, you just know that's not right as he just slowly moves his way and inches it towards the salt. Angel hurriedly rushes over, pulling a bunch of earplugs out of his pocket, saying, "I don't know why we didn't do this sooner." And so he has a handful of earplugs. Tell me, what do y'all do?
I'm going to, with one hand, grab the earplugs as quickly as I can.
You're dancing in the background.
Okay.
What is
Karen?
the ground look? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, either one.
Okay. What does the ground look like? Like, is it rock? Is it dirt?
It is marble stone. All the walls, the ceiling, the floor, it's all marble.
So there's no dirt. It's all rock. It's quarry.
Kind of, yes. Down out in the corridor, it's the exact opposite. It's just dirt with these railroad ties holding it up.
I'm not. I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna walk to the graves. Are they all together? Are they all spread out? All the tombs?
They're spread out. They're just around the outside of the perimeter of this circular room. So they're like tucked into the wall, and the room is just a giant circle, and there's 12 of them on the outskirt of it.
I'm gonna try and do some some druid magic, I guess, is the best way to describe it. Did my audio cut out? Yeah, because I can't hear anything.
No, I
There
can
it
hear
is. All right. So, yeah, I'm gonna try and do some magic that I guess falls under to one thing that is beyond human limitations, maybe.
Okay.
So I basically just want to put my hands out, and hold a pocket watch, and I'll say an incantation and just cast magic, and I just want.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
You say an incantation.
Yep.
What do you say?
Oh, okay.
You were really good at this last time. I just want to hear it.
Sure. I'll say, my God, bippity boppity boop. Let's get some flowers up in this biz, and I will throw out some magic, and I want flowers to grow on the tombs.
Okay, make a roll.
That is a.
I think that you
That's-
roll weird.
It's a weird, and then I get a +4 because I'm doing one thing that's beyond human limitation. So I have a +3 to weird, and then I'll get an extra +1 because that new thing that I just got.
Okay.
So that'll be a
Oh, yeah.
12.
Yeah. So you want flowers to sprout up from the top of these coffins?
Yeah, you know, something that looks nice. Like we're putting, because there's no life down here, so something that's nice and decorative, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Hey Tony, real quick, what's the max hit points in this game? Like, how many harm can you take until you die?
That's on your character sheet, my man.
7.
7. Okay, cool.
You have already sustained a couple wounds.
1. I have 1 wound.
Yeah, because you healed a little bit because you decided to get bit by a vampire. Angel has also suffered wounds because he decided to drink angel blood. So both of you have 1 wound or 1 harm.
Me too, and I can't remember why.
I can't either.
I was like, I think I got popped with something. Whatever.
I think you ate some bad eggs Benedict.
Something.
I don't think you should. You and Ace should have any wounds, actually.
I don't
And do
have
we-
any wounds.
Yeah, y'all shouldn't have any wounds.
Do they go down when we level up?
No, they go down as we
Swap
screen
scenes.
flip. Yeah, swap scenes. Or you can be like Supernatural, just walk into any bathroom and splash water in your face, and that heals you 1 harm. So
Is there a bathroom down here?
no,
Oh, okay.
Womp.
I mean that's how it works in Supernatural. So
It is.
I don't
Yes.
see why it wouldn't work in this game. So that's how I see
Not-
it.
I don't think I've seen a bathroom as of yet.
So going back to Ace's thing.
Yeah.
So Ace, you just want flowers to just bloom everywhere, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we kind of disturbed these people's graves, or at least Dex did. So I want to make it look like, you know, we were doing something positive.
Okay.
She wants her sons
So-
back, but thanks for the flowers.
Y'all
I
hear
don't know where the
a
sons are at,
just-
but I want to be respectful to the graves.
y'all just hear Ace in the background, not really able to see him, but you hear a bunch of just malarkey. He just says shit in the background, and you're just like, what is going on? And then all of a sudden, foliage starts to grow over everything. Flowers start to
Rubbery.
grow and blossom underneath your very feet as grass starts to grow where marble stone once was. And then on top of the tombs, you see in the central tomb a tree starts to grow out the center of it. And it grows up and up. And as it grows up to almost peaking the top of this spherical room, it starts to grow branches and the branches create foliage, and lightning bugs start to just appear out of nowhere. And as they flicker on and off, the room almost has this opalescent hue to it of orange and yellow. It is now casting some kind of dim light in your immediate vicinity.
I'm just gonna brush off my shoulder a bit and just Disney princess, y'all.
You are not singing with a bird.
Karen, the tomb that recently had the salt around it is now almost not really shattered, but it is full of a tree. And the salt ring was immediately around the tomb, so not really
Now I
not
got
really
pushed.
a whole lot to go to unless you want to
Yeah.
start climbing up the tree.
Did it
No,
disrupt the salt ring?
Yeah.
It did not disrupt the salt ring. No.
Okay, cool.
I just have to be like one with the tree.
But yeah, but if you want to be inside the salt ring, you need to be hugging that tree.
Be a tree hugger, Karen.
I realize this. I just look at I just look at Ace. I'm like, I was gonna be in that thing. Crap. I just kind of like press myself against it on my back. That is, and I'm just kind of leaning against the tree. Does this work? I don't trust you, bastards.
So you're
I'm just
standing on
gonna-
top of what's left of the.
I'm trying. Yeah, I'm
large
probably
tree?
standing on the
Right.
circle at this point, but it's like anything at all. I'm just kind of pressing
Right.
myself against the
Yeah.
tree.
I get you.
I awkwardly put my hand on Karen's shoulder and say, "It'll be okay, Karen. It'll be okay," and try to lean in for a hug.
No. No. Get off.
I'm
Get off.
trying. It's
Get
what I'm
off.
trying to do.
Get off.
Come here. You look
Here.
disturbed.
I immediately start pushing him away, obviously.
This is what humans do.
Not
Well,
all of them.
Dex, I need you to make an athletics check to see if you can maintain your balance on top of this tomb or this crypt.
Sure, yeah.
No, I'm
Give
just
me
joking.
1
But,
second. Let me make that athletics check.
So
There you go.
you and Karen are inside the salt circle. You're inside the salt circle, and you're basically backed up against this tree, and you just look around for a couple moments, your flaming sword still in hand, these lightning bugs creating this warm glow inside this room. Ace in one of the far corners brushing his shoulders off. And right behind Ace while he's brushing his shoulders off, talking about Disney princesses, you see the same familiar female, just slowly floating out of a wall right behind Ace.
Oh shit.
Um,
Ace! He's right behind you.
Question: Can I recite an exorcism? Like, if I wanted to, an Enochian exorcism. I can literally spout it off. I have it fucking memorized. Yes, I've seen all seasons of Supernatural.
Impressive
Yeah,
and disturbing.
let me go ahead and how are you gonna do that? Let's say you use magic. Roll some weird for me to perform an exorcism. We'll say to summon a monster into the world or to banish a spirit or curse them from person, object, and place it inhabits. We'll say that's an exorcism.
Exorcisamus te, omnis immunda spiritus, omnis satanica potesta, omnis incursio. Anyway, yeah, I'm doing the roll.
Platu Verata Nictu.
That's a 10.
Necktie or necktie? I think you got it wrong.
Nickel. Neckback.
Necktie. Actually, Gavin, you rolled tough. Not weird. What's your tough?
It's the same.
Okay. Yeah, because you have cast out evil, don't you, where you can banish things?
I do. I'm casting out evil. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Yes, you rolled, and on a 10, it is banished. On a 7 to 9, it takes a little while for the banishing to take effect. The creature has time to make 1 or 2 actions. Either way, the banished creature is unharmed, and you have no control over where it goes. So, as you are in the middle of reciting this, Ace, you hear Karen scream out, "Ace, it's behind you." What do, Ace? And as you also hear Dex mumbling some garbage.
Omnis Dei, Omnis Immundus Spiritus, Omnis Satanic Potestas, Omnis Incursio Infernalis Adversari, Omnis Ideo, Omnis Congregatio, yeah, all that.
Yeah, so I know what's about to happen, more than likely. I'm just gonna turn to her, gesture to everything around me. I'm just here to help. Where did your children go? Let me bring them home.
The Diabolico Ergo.
She reaches out and caresses one. She doesn't have her like a demonic face. It's the same. It's a very gentle, soft, young woman. And she smiles at you as she caresses the side of your face and she says, "My boy, you're home." And she goes in to give you a hug.
Ecclesiam.
And you see like this orange ring form behind her, and it almost looks like a vortex in the middle of this ring as it just rips her from reality. And immediately from the cold air that y'all were feeling, this strong just presence that was just overwhelming, it's gone. And Ace, you find yourself staring into the where this void was, where this creature was in front of you, and you feel so much sorrow in your heart and in your soul. You feel so empty. And is your face wet? Are you crying?
I think I made it rain in here too, guys.
I immediately run over to him and I like take off my coat and start like trying to dab at his tears and says, "This is a normal human behavior, right? This is as I'm literally shoving my coat in his face, like smothering it with my.
It's raining in here, guys. It's just
Here.
rain.
Let me cover you, and I'm gonna try to like wrap it around his head like a head wrap. Yeah, I'm literally turning it into a coat turban. Does Ace let me finish the coat turban?
Yeah, I'm kind of numb right now. I'm not fighting you, dude.
Okay, so you now have a turban made out of my coat on your head.
Yeah, it seems legit.
I would like to take up my phone and take a picture.
The goo still leads outside of the crypts, correct?
Correct.
I just start walking. I'm gonna follow the trail of goo.
Okay. Karen, you see Dex trying to comfort Ace, and there is something in your pocket that is just burning. It feels like your pants pocket is just on fire right now.
Okay. Well, immediately that starts hurting, so I go to investigate what the fuck is in my pocket that burns like hell.
You find a card, and when you touch it, it is ice cold to your fingertips. And on the card, it just has scribbled on the back, Papa Lou. And on the front, it looks almost like an eyeball. But when you kind of tilt the card one way or another, it seems to constantly be looking. It feels like it's looking at you, like it's following you. You move the card around in the light, and the eye just follows you. When you flip the card back over, it doesn't say Papa Lou on the back anymore. It says, "Hello."
Guys?
Sorry, I was giving Ace a fancy hat. What's wrong, Karen?
I'm assuming since Ace is starting to walk away, I just catch up to them.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Would you like that hug now, Karen?
don't touch me.
Okay.
I have a card in my pocket. Look at it, and I just show it to them.
Y'all see the same exact card that Madame Laveau gave her to hand to Papa Lou in exchange for information. And, well, that never quite happened the way that y'all might have thought. And y'all used other measures to get the information that you needed.
Yeah.
It doesn't look any different to y'all. It just
So
has a
do we see the same thing she saw?
it just looks like a tarot card with a ornate symbol on the opposite side from the back end, and it just has a picture of some type of king with like a ghostly face and a lot of paint on his face, and
God,
it just
okay.
it just looks like the same card to y'all.
You see the
I
eye,
would-
can't you? You see the eye. It moves with you.
I would like to
On-
pull out a fancy ballpoint pen and hand it to Karen.
On the back end, on the back side of this tarot card, there is like an all-seeing eye, but when y'all look at it, it's just a card.
Well, I'm
Nothing
handing
special.
a ballpoint pen to Karen.
Okay.
Thanks.
I figure if it says something, you might want to write back.
But you don't know that it says something.
I was like, I haven't gotten
Oh,
there
okay.
yet.
Then never mind. I wouldn't know to hand her a pen. So, at which point that she mentions that there is writing on it, that is the point where I will hand her a pen.
Here we go.
Okay.
Do you not see the eye that's moving? It follows you. Or do you not fucking see this? Like it was just burning a hole in my pocket. It's ice cold. Feel it.
Look, Karen. You're tired. You know, it's been a long day. You're stressed. You know, it's tough. You know, being you sometimes.
Not going insane. It even had Papa Lou written on the back, and now it doesn't. I don't know why.
I'm not saying that you're insane. I'm just saying that everybody can experience the symptoms of fatigue. Maybe you just need a good rest. Maybe you should attempt to produce an offspring with
Really?
with Ace, and perhaps that would ease your mind.
I just stop in my tracks. I'm like, remind me to kill you. Ace, are you
Make
familiar
note.
with? Are you familiar with anything like that? Any enchantment?
I mean,
anything?
I tended to people's personal gardens in heaven. I'm familiar
I
with what
said
happens
Ace,
to
not
mortals.
Dex. Stop talking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What, guys? What's up? Yeah, I'm totally here. Yeah, what?
I pull a dum-dum out of my pocket, and I'm attempting to forcibly insert it into Ace's mouth, thinking it'll make him happy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So, Karen, as you pull the card back away from showing them, and you're talking about how words were written on one side of it, and you look back, it no longer says hello. It says love, hate, misery, death. Remember? Question mark. And there's a comma after each word, except for remember.
I'm not visiting that fortune teller ever again.
What is it?
You watch these words vanish in front of your eyes, and they return, and they say, "A favor given is a favor owed."
What do you see, Karen? Tell us everything that you see.
Okay, so as I'm staring at this, I tell them.
It seems like after you read the words in your head, the words disappear.
Okay. Well, it says it, I swear. It's just, I don't know why you can't see them.
Don't know either. Ace, have you ever heard of anything like this? We're both proficient in the occult, but nothing like this comes to mind for me.
Well, I know.
By the way, this is a butterscotch dum dum. It's one of my favorite flavors. You should feel honored.
Yeah, I will spit it out, and then he says that, and I'll try and catch it mid-air before it hits the ground.
Ace, as you walk out, as you've walked out of this central room, the moment you cross the threshold, all of that sorrow and sadness that you felt vanishes. It feels like 100 pounds was just lifted off of your shoulders and your heart. But when you turn around and you reapproach Dex and Karen in this room, it instantly falls upon you once more.
Oh, so much emotional baggage.
I would like to start giving him a very deep shoulder massage. Just let it out. Just let it out. It's okay. Just let it out.
Hold on. I gotta.
You got a knot right here, Ace. You've been under a lot of stress lately. I can tell.
I gotta. Hold on. I gotta make sure I'm in the right character here, because if I start responding like Shaz, it's gonna get weird. Not dirty, but it's just gonna get weird. So hold on. I gotta yeah. Different character, different game.
Is it a different character in a different game?
You
Or is
don't.
it
You don't want a Shaz in your monster of the week. You just.
We should have a one shot that just mixes together Monster of the Week and my game, and our characters from both.
I like to believe that Monster of the Week is Shaz's Nightmares.
It's possible.
I mean, it kind of is, considering I have no I actually have a +1 to charm, but I'm not a charming person in this game. But the fact that you keep playing fucking sad music, it's just making me more sad.
Karen thinks you're charming. Just saying.
Karen just likes my... Nope. I'm not Chaz. Hold on. Anyhow, he will go ahead after that, take out like 2 cigarettes and start smoking them, like dual smoking cigarettes, because that was a lot to take in. And I want to... Yeah! Yeah, alright! Anyhow.
Back this.
I will, but I do want to, because just morbid curiosity on top of everything else, I want to look at the card, and considering I apparently know various bits of occult texts, I don't know if this falls under that category, if I know what's up with the card.
So, I want you to roll weird for me. Just roll straight weird. And it's nothing bad could happen here. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. Well, as you look at this card, and you see on the back the eye, and you're just looking at it, and you push the card away from you, and you pull it close to you, you see the slightest hint of the eye move, and some of the just designs around this eye shapes into words, and it says, "A favor given is a favor owed." And when you flip it over to the picture of Papa Lou, which the picture of Papa Lou on the back looks exactly how Papa Lou looked in the restaurant, and he winks at you. And you know that once a favor is given, a favor is owed.
So, 2 things. 1, refresh my memory. We did a favor for Papa Lou.
Oh
By
no.
helping him. No, he helped us by giving us information?
Correct.
Okay.
And it was specifically Karen who had the card from Madame Laveau.
So, 2, not being Shizuki, I will not put the card straight down my trousers.
You can, if you want to.
No.
Unless
Unless I'm going to make a reference to Gavin's game. I gotta get my head in this one. No, I'll just look at Karen and be. It looks like services are needed, at least from you, maybe from us, but apparently they're trying to call in a favor.
I'm in the middle of something. But you saw it, though. You saw it.
Oh.
The weirdness of the card.
I mean, it's hard because it was raining so much in here to see, but I wipe my eyes a little bit more. But yeah, no, I saw, just man, the fireflies and the rain.
Ace, are you still
Let's just get out of
standing in
here.
the room?
Yeah, he came back apparently.
Are you still standing in the room, Ace?
You muted yourself.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, because I wanted to come and look at the card and everything, so I'm in the salt circle where everybody else is to get close enough to see the card.
Yeah.
Hold on, you keep talking.
Yes. Okay, so we'd walked to you because you were at the edge of the wall. So you were leaving, following the goo out. We'd stopped because I specifically told Dex if I stopped dead in my tracks, I told him I have to kill him. Reminded me to kill you. So you then, I'm assuming you were continuing to walk away, you then returned back to our location.
I'm going
I just don't know if we were
out of my arm
if we left the room
with
or
my
not.
ballpoint pen to remind Karen to kill me.
So I'm not. I'll leave that to the keeper here, but I started following the goo out when they apparently came and stopped me. So wherever that ended up, that's where I'm at.
Right. Yeah, all this kind of happened like instantly. Like as you went to go follow the goo, Kieran came rushing up to you. So you would have came back into the room with Karen and Dex, and that's when you would have felt that feeling of sorrow all over again. And I want you to take one harm, as you just feel your heart is just breaking.
Not
I
to
assume
be,
that ignores armor.
Oh yeah,
not to be
yeah. You
super
feel
edgelord,
it feels like daggers.
but Ace, knowing he is not the best man in the world, feels that's fair, and he deserves this.
Yeah,
Ace,
and
you
as
seem unwell. Do you need to go to the hospital?
No. You know what? I think that the turban was all I needed, but I'd like to go and get
I
on.
thought it might be.
Yeah.
I'm glad I gave you the turban. Hold on to that
Ace,
coat for as long as you need.
with your knowledge of the occult, you can just sense that the emotional distress was so powerful here, and you are so in tuned with it to a certain extent to where when she touched you, it just amplified all of those emotions right into you. So maybe it has to do with the magic that you also used at this place and how powerful your magic was able to intertwine with the emotional distress. You don't know, but you do know that if you stay here, you'll die.
What do I? I'm sure I know, but what was the name of the ghost?
You don't know.
We saw the name. No, it didn't have a name. It was the lady of
Hmm.
the whatever.
Yep.
Lost Lady of New Orleans. Thank you. Okay.
Hmm. Tony, is there any kind of role I can make to try to just through sort of detective work, I guess, try to narrow down what her name might have been based on the names I saw in the tombs within that place?
You didn't see any names on any of the
Oh,
tombs.
there were no names on any of the tombs either. They weren't just empty, but they were nameless.
Yep.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah. No. I think we need to get out of here, at least for the time being.
I mean, I was thinking we could set up a campfire, maybe light some s'mores. or that's fine too.
Yes, ma'am. Let's do
And
just that.
my tone becomes a little more serious. I would assume that knowing me, that Ace can tell when I'm just being a goofball and when I'm actually, well, not being a goofball. My tone becomes more serious, and I'm gonna ask Ace, like, Ace, really though, are you feeling okay? Are you all right? You look a little off.
Oh, I'm top notch. Perfectly fine in every shape and way.
I know you, Ace. Something's off.
Hey, man, I appreciate what you're trying to look out for me here, Dex. But I like where your head's at. But I'm all right. I'm good, man.
Just making sure. But I agree. We should head back to the headquarters and consult with our fearless leader and see.
But why? Why would my audio act up?
What he
The
thinks about all
random
this.
male
I would assume
that
so.
just had the blood draining from his eyes, his nose, his ears, and he was just tucked away in a corner. You passed by that body all over again.
Now, remind me the details about this body and when we first encountered it.
When y'all were coming down right before you entered, it looks exactly the same as he did before. Blood coming out of the eyes, the ears, the nose, eyes wide open, mouth wide open, just tucked. Looked like the body had just crumpled up against a wall and just.
I check for a pulse.
Oh, you already know it's dead. Like they are dead because you made jokes at Angel about maybe he can turn it into his thrall or something.
Okay.
So yeah,
And
this body is
It looks like this
long.
thing died from dealing with a banshee.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, how young, old, whatever does this guy look? I honestly don't remember this at all. So whatever we already covered before, if you want to give
Yeah,
me just
he
a
was
quick.
like a middle-aged man. Definitely somebody who looks like they splunk a lot, like just delve into crypts and stuff like that. Has a GoPro camera on his chest piece and backpack on his back. Just looks like a spunker.
I will reach to take the GoPro and be like, "Hey, this is like a mini cell phone recorder thing, right?" Also, side
Angel
note,
kind of
Ace is terrible with technology. If you guys
Ace
forgot.
kind of looks over and he goes, "Oh, we should probably take all his shit too. Maybe, who cares about the body, but yeah, he might have recorded some stuff that we really don't need out there."
Well, he also might have
Does he have a
recorded
cell
us
phone?
walking in.
Yeah,
Does he have a cell phone?
he does.
I want to grab his cell phone and scroll through his contacts. I want to see who his emergency contact is.
It is dead. And
It's-
none of y'all's cell phones have service down here.
I'm going to hold on to that and say we might be able to make some calls using his phone to determine some information about this man. Maybe what he saw, who he was. There's no such thing as too much information.
Well, I think we also need to make a call to somebody to come get his body.
Real quick, Ace, how many luck points are you down by?
I've only used one, so I still have another 6 to go.
Okay. Just checking. No real reason.
Anywhere, any. Okay. We can
Nope.
eat pizza tonight if you want to.
Yeah, sounds great, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Hey,
Hold on.
so I'll give you my address if you want to order me a pizza.
Yeah, same. Do y'all wanna take 5 real quick?
No, we're good. I was literally just looking at her app while we were doing that. If y'all want to take 5, that's fine, but we're good.
Okay. Yeah. I definitely do. I want to retop my my drink real quick.
I could go for another screwdriver.
Okay. Yeah. Let's take 5
Can I
real quick.
do
And
one
yeah.
thing before we take 5?
Only one.
Okay, literally one thing.
You want to use magic, something beyond human limitations.
Yes, you got it.
Okay.
How did you know?
I don't know, man. I was dude, I just play a lot of fortune tellers and role playing games for some reason.
And it's given
And
you real
it's-
foresight in real life.
Yeah, dude, I'm basically a divination wizard. I'm like
You
the
know, I can
keeper
see
of
that,
time.
man.
Yeah.
You know, first time I met you outside of that GameStop, I was like, I bet this guy is a divination wizard.
Yeah, that's me, dude. Guilty
So-
as charged. Well, if you don't tell me what you're about to do, Dex's head is gonna explode. So
You know, that is reasonable. I just want to see if I can. I want to try to bring this guy back to life, not for good, but
No.
just so.
Oh,
not for good.
You want to speak with Dad, basically.
This is literally speak with dead, is what I'm trying to do. I want to bring him back just enough so he can talk and think, and then die immediately afterwards.
okay, so just give me a straight weird check.
It's a 13.
Pretty
Oh
high.
my god, that's so high.
You know the exact ritual you need for this, and you know that this type of magical ritual could take a couple days. You need a couple people to do it with. You need a sterile environment and a location to where you can house it, because sometimes if it is not performed, this ritual is not performed right, basically you're going to be using big magic to do this.
Yeah, it's
If it's
actually
not
listed
performed
under big
right-
magic. You need to
Oh.
use magic as part of the ritual, perhaps to summon a monster, communicate with something, or bar the portal you opened. Right,
I'm just
big
trying to
magic.
bring him back for like a couple minutes. I don't want him to be able to move. I just want him to be able to talk and think, and that's it.
Yeah, you want to communicate with something. So he's right on point.
Yeah, and I know I'm right on point because I'm the motherfucking keeper, dog.
Yes,
Anyway,
you are.
so
True
you
story,
know
bro.
that if you don't have some type of sterile and like a zen safe environment, like it is just neutral environment, things could go really bad in this ritual, and you could literally just create an undead thrall, like a zombie. So it's you know a lot about being able to do this, but you actually performing this, it's kind of iffy.
It's the kind of thing where like I would know how it works, but I'd still be pretty green as far as actually performing it.
Yeah, you're not a necromancer, and you do know that necromancy magic is out there, but it's not something that you're akin to. It's not your forte.
Okay. So, like, because I would like to think that Dex is a little less proficient in magic than probably Ace is, but I'm sort of a jack of all trades when it comes to magical practice.
Right. You have more divination magic, where he has more arcane magic,
Sort
to
of.
say the
It's
least.
more of the fact, I guess I'm playing off of that he studied black magic, which I will point out that I did add that I have that old black magic in my history. So I would like to think I've studied darker magic than Ace has.
Right, which is how you know this information.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
else I would have just told you it's not possible for you. I know what abilities you'll have.
You probably know better than we do after 2 months.
I cannot emphasize this enough. I am the motherfucking keeper.
Yes, you are, Tony.
So yeah, you know the requirements and you know the risks. You can do this. This is something within your reach. You can do it.
So
yes, but not here. And it's
the
gonna
last
take
thing I
a
want to
couple
do
days.
before we take 5 is just to inform Ace and
Whoa.
Karen.
Hold on. You said one thing. If you do another thing, I'm making Dex's. He's losing all of his dum dums. So do you want to sacrifice
literally
all of his
just going
dum
to
dums? Do you want to
speak.
sacrifice all of his dum dums to speak to Karen and Ace?
See, that's an impossible choice, man.
You said you only wanted to do one thing.
Right, so you can go and say that, but I'm stepping away since we already said we're taking
All-
5. So
All I
Like,
wanted to
please.
do was to relay what you told me to them. That's it.
Look, me, Tony, I have to pee really bad, and so I will allow this because you said you wanted to do one thing, but I'm taking all your dum dums. It's a sacrifice, dude. I have to wait
You know,
longer to use the bathroom to allow you to speak to them.
All right, we'll take 5 now. I'm just relaying to them what
okay,
you
yeah.
told me, and that's all I'm saying.
All right, you can
All
do
right,
that when I
take
get
5.
back. All right,
All
yeah,
right.
bye.
All right, be right back.
Be right back. All right, I'm back. Welcome back, Keeper. Oh, thank you. Thank you guys so much.
Anytime.
Yes, Keeper. How can we help you serve you, hey, master? Oh, well, you know, foot massage would be real nice. Thanks, guys. Oh, okay. You don't get foot massages?
What you? You know what the best thing is? I can't actually even hear her because I'm downstairs. I'm assuming her answers. Mm-hmm.
Is that what it leads to? Foot massages automatically lead to babies?
I mean, not gonna say it doesn't lead to babies.
Massage, and then there's like on the onesies of the babies. You're like, no, no. Like,
Yeah, just wanted a back massage, and there's a penis on me.
That sounds like a personal problem.
oh Lord, that's just the online joke. Enjoying your dessert before dinner. True. He's having cake.
Yeah, too
Pizza
bad.
away.
Too bad Dex doesn't have any more dum dums.
Yeah, done took the dum dums away.
He did.
Yeah.
He did all that. That was his fault.
So did Ace finish the dum dum, or is he saving it for later?
Yeah. What did he do with that?
Yeah, I know you saved it from hitting the ground, bud, but
Yeah, that was my point, trying to catch it. I never got told if I caught it or not.
I mean,
because that would be his favorite dum dum
And
I
and
figured.
the last one.
I'll say
I figured
Ace,
you would have caught it.
Ace makes a point of not wasting things, mostly because he's a cheap bastard. But there's a fair chance if that was the case, I wouldn't have wasted it. So I'd ate it.
So you finished it.
Apparently, I have a dum dum and a turban on right now, so
I was like, do you? The point I'm making is, do you have the last one that he's probably going to fight you for, or have you finished the last one?
well, I don't know. I'm not fucking RuPaul, man. I can't finish a dum dum in 2 seconds.
If you bite into it, you can. It's a dum dum.
You mean to tell me that you're not one of those type of people that puts the dum dum behind their teeth and then you yank the paper stick out and you just have the dum dum ball at the end in your mouth, like a jawbreaker?
Like, I physically can't do that. I'll break something.
Yeah, negative.
That's how I always eat dum dums.
Like a Tootsie Roll Pop, it's 1 lick, 2 lick, crunch. That's pretty much it. And then it's just a ball of hard candy.
All right. So y'all got all the security stuff. Y'all secured this body's possessions, right?
Yeah.
That were moving on. Okay. Was there anything else that y'all wanted to do while y'all traversed back through the cavern? Because I'm pretty sure one of y'all left like some string or something, if I can remember correctly, on how to get out of there while y'all were going in. Like, I think Gavin was dumping a little bit of salt out as he was going in. He had a big bag of salt. He had like a 5-pound bag of salt. So
That I don't know.
I'll just say for brevity, y'all know how to get back out. You'll spend enough time in here.
I'm gonna just say for brevity also that Ace is a bit distracted after his emotional hurdles. So I'm not trying to do anything else. I'm trying to just track this goo and find my way out.
Well, Ace knows that they weren't his emotions. Like, he knows that without a shadow of a doubt. You know that it was something else. It's not something that's uncommon, but it's pretty rare for it to happen. For someone like normally people who are real medians, not like fake people who can speak to dead or that claim they can. Ace would know there are just like how Madame Laveau, it's like 1 out of every million fortune tellers can literally see the future.
I'm
Like
back.
Madame Laveau could. Ace would know that there is a lot of medians out there that can literally feel the emotional presence and just bestow upon them their emotions. But it's just not something that's very common. The
So
two are Ace has just witnessed and felt two things that are extremely rare in the occult within like 3 days of each other.
now, with what you're saying, does that give me the impression that the lady that was the ghost might have been a medium during
Uh,
the time she was alive, or the fact that I also possess the abilities and possibly a medium that is able to feel what other people feel?
the latter.
Okay.
That you might have some form of innate median ability. I wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. Just an empath. Not like you can't speak with the dead, but being able to feel their emotions, that's extremely rare in this instance. It doesn't happen very often to even those in the occult that's more versed than you are. Because, like you said, like you know a lot about a lot of things, or you know a little bit about a lot of things. So it's you know that it's kind of rare to happen, or extremely rare to happen at all.
Okay.
A lot of people just showboat it, and you know that they're just fake.
Now, just out of curiosity of this, or what Ace would know or is familiar with, does that also happen with the living? Do I get a read on people's emotions at all, or just with certain, I don't know, entities of beyond the grave, or...
It's never happened before.
Gotcha. Alright.
This is like
I mean, you're
I
pretty
mean,
cool.
have you not read the way? I mean, Ace can be pretty emotional, you know.
Well, I would think that it would be the exact opposite. It would make him more emotionless. If he was feeling everybody else's emotions, how much room could he really have for himself?
Good point.
But
Yeah, that's a good point.
but like I said, you have recently witnessed and experienced two things that you know it is extremely rare. Empaths, like a real empath or empathic abilities, and a real fortune teller.
awesome week, yo.
Yeah, it has been a crazy weekend.
Can I speak with Miss Karen? I would like to say something to Karen. So, Karen, here's what we have to do. So, don't ask why. I know this is a suspicious request. I need to bring this body with us. Don't ask me why. You'll know in time. What we have to do is we have to drag this body over to your car, right? We need to stuff it in the trunk.
How
Are you on
old
board?
is this buddy? I'm asking DM at this point.
Several days.
Oh, so maggoty. Cool.
Yeah, we need to stuff this body in your trunk.
Yeah, last time you saw your car, Karen, was in Savannah, and you teleported to Louisiana.
Yeah,
That's right.
I
She
was
doesn't
gonna
have
say,
her
I'm
car with us. So how did we get to the graveyard again? To the
You
tomb?
walked.
Oh, so Karen, here's what we need to do.
like,
What's that movie? It's something night at something or whatever. Anyway, we need to put sunglasses on him, right?
Dex, why do you want to put a dead body in the car?
See,
doing Bernie's. It's not Bernie style.
Weekend at Bernie's. Thank you. Anyway,
no.
so what we need to do, Ace, is we need to put. Do you have any sunglasses on you? Anything? Anyway, there's a. I know
Angel
you're.
like opens his trench coat and there's 37 sunglasses. Like, yeah, man, I got you.
Anyway, so I need to perform a dark ritual. This is some serious black magic I'm talking about, and I'm going to bring this guy back to life long enough for him to talk, and then he's gonna die again. How do you feel about this plan?
So let me answer your question with
Uh.
the question. Instead of doing that, why don't we just look at his GoPro?
True. We could do that, but we'd be missing out on the experience. We could to ask him personally, his feelings on what happened, because the GoPro will capture images
I
and
take the dum
sound,
dum out of
sure,
my
but
mouth and shove it in his mouth.
well, not understanding human hygiene, I just start sucking on the dum dum like it's a dum dum.
Which is
Oh,
good, because I
anyway,
also was smoking a cigarette, and cigarettes and dum dums I now realize do not mix very well.
it has a bit of a slight smokiness to it. I'm gonna ask you to pre-suck my dum dums for me from now on. Anyway,
Oh my god, that was. On that, I about face and following the goo, just walking.
but I feel like we could get some information from this corpse, from this gross, disgusting corpse that we might not be able to get from the GoPro. I mean, it's about the adventure, not the destination.
I'm just walking. I don't know who's following me, but I'm walking. I'm not being a part of this.
Hey,
You-
Gavin, who has black magic? Where'd you take that from?
Initiate.
The initiate. I should have known. Okay, thanks. As you were.
Yeah, unless you yourself will be holding on to human soup, I'm gonna have to pass.
You know what? I
Sorry.
have an idea. Ace, I assume you have some liquor on you, right?
Oh my god.
I'm just assuming you have some liquor.
Ace has
This-
left the building. Bye.
Karen, does Ace carry liquor with him?
Like the smallest about. He's
All right,
probably already drank it by now.
That's fine. I grab the body and start dragging.
No, oh my god. What
Okay.
you can that doesn't slough off, yeah.
It's only a few days. It should still be mostly intact.
And it depends on how hot it is. Sure.
It's February.
In a cave. True. It's probably well preserved.
Well,
I am
depends.
dragging the body, Tony.
Yep. I heard you. You're dragging the body. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, y'all make y'all's way out of these catacombs and out of the crypt. And
You
guess
stay
what?
last. Ugh.
Y'all stayed in there a lot longer than you thought. It is in the middle of the night. You all, well, two of you, simultaneously, your cell phones start to blow up.
Whoa.
I
Both
literally just
receive
dropped the body.
you both receive text messages. Karen, you obviously can get to your phone first.
Yeah.
Receive text messages from Sam saying on the way. And then it looks like all these messages all came in at the same time. On the way, leaving now, expected time, 10-hour drive. OMG. Halfway there. Where are you? Hello? Does
I
this
respond.
thing work? Is this
I
the
res-
same number?
I
Is
would like
this
to
Karen?
respond to Sam.
Gab, or Dex, when you pull out your phone, the moment you open up your phone, you hear a hoot from an owl. As soon as you unlock your phone, just bird shit splatters all over the front of the phone.
That's what you get pissing off DM. No dum dums and bird
No,
shit.
it's not. It's not
It's what you get for using all
anything.
your luck points.
It's not anything that has to do with me and Gavin. It's just him.
I disregard it completely and begin typing on my bird shit splattered phone. And I'm just gonna say, "Hiya, Sam. Seen any good movies lately?"
It seems like every time you hit one button, you hit like 4 buttons at the same time. So
I
it's
press
just a
send.
jumble. It's just a jumble of letters. And Karen, your phone goes off too. It seems that you and Dex are in the same group chat. It is
Oh,
just
fair.
a jumble of letters.
Jesus.
he is just screaming. And this goes on for about a minute, and then the phone disconnects.
Was that screaming a why can't they answer their fucking phones or a oh my god I'm dying scream?
You don't know. It was just kind of weird. It's just
Whenever you
like,
get a text and you have an option to just call the number that just texted you, that's what I'm gonna do.
yeah, it just sounded like someone just screaming.
I call
and then in
again.
the background. Yeah, when you call again, you hear the same screaming, and then you hear Sam just go, slow down! And then you just hear somebody else in the background just chuckling. And in the back of your mind, it sounds so familiar. Where have you heard that from? And then it disconnects again.
Be driving. Send him the link. Oh Jesus.
I'm curious. Well, actually, do I even know what's going on? Because I don't have a cell phone. So
Yeah,
I
you're
I
all
tell
right.
him what's going on.
Y'all
Yeah.
are all just right outside of the crypt. And I assumed you put it on speaker when you tried to call them. Yeah, I assume that.
I don't know if this will work, but I'll try it. I want to use some
Mhm.
magic.
Roll some weird, and then tell me what you do. God, y'all have been rolling 6s and 5s this whole time. It's making this game so much not fun for me.
I want to focus on Karen's car, and I want to observe another place or time.
Okay? The moment you do this, you see the car for a flash of an instance. You see the car, and then it just scoots on by, like as if it's going like 120, 140.
My goal is I'm trying to focus on seeing two things. One, it let you inside the car. Is Sam in danger? Which I assume he's not. He's probably freaking out because whoever's driving. And two, do I see and possibly recognize the driver of the car?
You don't get a glimpse of either of those. It's like your vision appears a little bit above the highway, like 10, 15 feet, and you see the front of the car, and then it just flies right through your sensory vision.
Do I know
It is
about where
almost like
they're
a
at as far as
blinking
how
eye.
far away they are from our location?
Yeah, you can tell that they're definitely like maybe 100 miles away, 50 to 100 miles away if you looking at some of the street signs around.
And how fast could I estimate the car was going?
Anywhere from 100 to 140, like top speed for that car. Like you've only seen that car going that fast once before.
I will definitely not relay that part of the information to the rest of the group. Well, they are definitely bringing your car here, it looks like. I think it's probably Sam and someone else. But, not sure who.
Hear from the purr of the engine. That was most definitely my car. Which is good, but who the fuck is he with?
Well, if we need to go and reconvene, we can tell them where they should meet us. Might not be the best place for a graveyard. And I swear to God, Dex, can you please drop the body?
Might be able to get good information.
Dex, in all honesty, you don't want to wake the dead. It's just not healthy for you, for them. GoPro, cell phone, whatever other stuff the kids these days like to use, we can probably get it from that.
So
Do you have a pair of sunglasses?
while you are sitting in the middle of this graveyard, you can see some street lights have been turned on, and off into the city, just a couple 100 yards away, it almost looked like a parade is starting to form.
The fuck?
Yeah, it's Louisiana. There's lots of parades.
Yeah.
And it just looks like a couple dozen people are starting to just gather together, just right outside the graveyard.
Okay, we're leaving the body. Damn it. I
Do
figured.
I have a marker? No, you know what? I'm gonna take my ballpoint pen and say, look, I'm just trying to make it look like he's drunk and had a rough night, and we're carrying him back. That's what I'm going for.
As blood, as blood is just seeping out of his sockets.
Fine. And I just drop the body with a thud. And then I immediately start calling the anonymous non-emergency police number.
Okay.
Can we do that when we're not right next to him?
I'm not too worried about it. There's a crowd of people over there. Any one of them could have called too.
So, actually, as he says that about the crowd of people, you notice that this crowd of people, it's not a parade through the town. They're coming into the graveyard, right through the main entrance.
So hand on Ace's shoulder, hand on Karen's shoulder. I want to take
Roll
flight.
weird.
Oh, jeez. Okay. 11. And we are going back to the New Orleans headquarters.
Okay.
And I assume Angel can find his own way back.
Okay. So, Dex, or should I say Ace, Karen, y'all arrive in the Hive headquarters. In the main entrance room where you first met Christopher Wentworth. But it's just the two of you. As you look around everything, you can hear the AC kind of blowing. It's cozy. It's not stuffy. It doesn't look moldy. It doesn't just feel damp and nasty like Sam's. It's pretty cozy in here. The freshly painted floors, the nicely cleaned office desks and cubicles in here. And yeah, y'all are back.
Am I not there?
Now we flip over to Dex, and Dex, you find yourself in the middle of this massive garden all over again. And again, you see Zed hunched down in front of some roses, just trimming some roses. And he turns around and he goes, "Oh, you're back. What's up, man?" And he goes to
I
hand you a
wasn't
pair of
trying
shears.
to come here. As I just have this perplexed look on my face, like my wings have never failed me before. They failed other people, but they've never failed me.
He goes to hand you some shears. He goes, "Hey, man. Yeah, we gotta talk, man."
I tried to fly to another place, but instead I
Yeah.
came here.
He outreaches some like little hand shears to you. He's like, "Look, man, just come over here and help me prune these roses." He's like,
I want to
"We need-"
read a bad situation.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, that is sharp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, yeah, sharp. 9.
Just a 9. You get to hold 1.
Okay, so let me look at the options here. Are there any dangers I haven't noticed?
No, there is no dangers other than the thorns on some Barbarossa plants or some roses. Nothing here. You
What's
feel
going on,
at
Zed?
ease. He puts the shears in your hands and he motions over to the rose bush. He goes, "Just come over here, man. I always find that this is the most tranquil place for me to be. and he goes back to snipping and debudding some of his roses. He's like, look at the roses. Look at the plants. When the flowers die, you gotta snip the buds, or else the roots are just sending all that nutrients back up to those buds that are dead, and the nutrients is just being wasted. It's just wasting away. So you gotta snip the buds to allow the nutrients to go to a new place.
We in heaven, Zed?
Yeah. This is my side of the garden. Your side of the garden was on the other side. It's just right down the road. But look, do you understand what I'm trying to say here, Dex?
Sorry, I'm still just coming to grips with the fact that I'm here right now. When I was trying to fly somewhere else. Did Dad get involved with this? Did Dad bring me here?
Maybe. And then you see two other figures kind of walk around some shrubbery, like just some tall hedges, and you know these two. One has long platinum blonde hair, bright blue eyes. The other one has this jet raven-like hair, like black raven-like hair. Both of them, their hair is just straight and perfect. One wears a very nice white suit with these thin black pinstripes going down it, and the other one wears a black suit with white pinstripes. You know these two as Gabriel and Michael. And they both look at you, and one of them, Gabriel, says, Dex, I like your makeshift sword. And Michael
Yes,
goes,
I melted it out of some cans that humans have and discard. I believe they call it beer. I've named it Budweiser.
Michael goes, enough with the games, Dex. Zed, why don't you tell him already? I have other places to be. And Zed kind of looks up at you and goes, Dex, you've been down there for thousands of years, man. You have to make a choice. We have a duty to do, and spending all of your time with mortals is not a part of your duties.
My mission is not complete yet. My mission is down there. I need more time.
Gabriel speaks up and in a more aggressive tone, and he goes, Damn it, Dex. I am down in hell fighting demons every day, and you just ponder around. When are you ever going to get straight? That's why you never got promoted out of the garden.
There's
Making
more to these humans.
Following humans of all people around, picking up their trash and making some type of flaming sword. Who do you think you're trying to intimidate? Or impersonate, should I say?
You forget that these are God's chosen people, my brother.
No, you forget that we are God's chosen people. You forget your place. And Michael kind of steps up and he says, Now, brothers, I have some more important matters than this, but Father has seen it that I should be the voice of reason for some reason, as I understand both creativity and neutrality here. Dex, you have a year. And if you stay down there any longer or you don't finish your duties, Gabriel takes your wings.
I need more than that. The apocalypse is not supposed to happen yet. Lucifer is at work. I have to stop him. The apocalypse, it is not yet time.
Which is why Dad's sending Zed back with you. You have a year. You've been down there for 4,000 years, Zed. Or Dex. How many more do you need?
to stop the oblivion from occurring prematurely. It's what I
And
need. I don't know how long that will take.
Zed speaks up and he says, Dex, once you leave here, this is your choice to make. You can stay here in the garden, or you can leave. But you either finish what you started, or you never come back here again.
I will speak with Father about this directly when I can. For now, I have work to do.
Do you use your angel wings to leave?
I do.
No. And you appear right in front of Ace and Karen.
I don't
Whoa.
say anything. I just tip my head downwards and start slowly pacing away.
Where'd you get?
Should be noted
Dex?
during that entire interaction, he still had his butterscotch dum-dum in his mouth.
So, the time that has passed for Karen and Ace was almost measured by the seconds. The moment Karen looked around and said, "Where's Dex?" Dex appeared. So it wasn't like a huge gap in time between y'all. It was just he just appeared half a second after y'all did, or like 2 seconds after y'all did.
Weird.
Yeah, it was a little delayed. That's the first time that's ever happened, really.
I don't mention it.
Hey Dex, what's the deal? You got some lag on your wing? Actually, hold on. I would not know what lag is because I'm not techno. Hey, you got a weird spacer thing in between who teleports in now?
I just look back at Ace, and Ace would probably see like a single tear roll down my cheek, and I turn around and keep slowly walking.
I take off the turban that he made for me, and I will put his coat on him. And out of sheer curiosity, I'm gonna put my hands on his shoulders and extend senses to see about this empath thing.
Alright, roll some weird.
Okay.
But, well, actually, I want you to roll 1 dice. Just 1d6 and add your weird to it.
So, is this something that's beyond human limitations? I just, because then I get an extra +1, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, okay. Yeah, let's say it's beyond human limitations. So yeah, just, what is that, use magic?
Yeah, I'll just get a +4 to it. That's all it is, instead of a +3.
Okay. Yeah, just, yeah, go ahead and try.
So
Was that a
that'll be 9.
+3?
Well, if it's beyond human limitations, then it's +4, so it'll be 9.
Okay. Dex, what are you feeling right now?
Absolute sorrow.
Any anger or anything like that, or just sorrow?
Anxiety, I would say, as well.
Okay. Yeah, for a brief instant, just for a second, that's what you feel, Ace. You feel sorrow and a little bit anxious, like you're about to have a panic attack, but then you just take a deep breath and it's gone.
Yes, that's what I needed, more sadness. Let's make me maybe an edgelord by the end of this game. More
Take
sadness.
Take another 1 harm, ignore armor.
Okay, I'll mark it.
No, I'm just joking.
No.
Oh, no.
I'll put it on there. No, that'll work.
Okay, no, go for it.
Yeah, no.
Being an empath hurts your soul, dude.
I will mark that down. Where's my pencil? There it is. Okay.
Alright, and then the scene flips and now you gain 1 harm back.
No, I had to erase it. I just put it down.
Tony, do I still have 1 wound, or can I erase that?
You can go ahead. Y'all can go ahead and erase any wounds that you have.
Okay.
You have enough downtime, and there is a infirmary in here for you to patch up your
Oh.
wounds.
Well,
Okay.
let me erase my other one wound.
Ace. Karen. I don't know how it happened, but on the way here, my flight was intercepted, and I found myself standing in the gardens of heaven. And I was met by Gabriel and Michael. And they told me if my mission here was not completed within a year, that they would take my wings. I would be weak. I would be like you. And no offense, of course, but I would cease to be an angel if I did not return to heaven within a year. I believe I would be human.
Hmm.
Now,
Well-
I find your species to be fascinating, but I know nothing about what it would mean
Right.
to be human.
You'd be dead already.
Probably, yes.
Remind me again what the goal is for you?
I am to subvert the premature occurrence of the apocalypse, of Lucifer's reign on Earth.
Right, except no one knows when that's going to happen.
And I don't even know if it's going to happen within the next year, which is the major flaw.
Well, let me ask this: you've been on Earth for thousands of years, correct? My audio's acting weird. Give me just a second.
Well,
There
we
we
can
go.
hear
Okay.
you.
I can still hear you.
You can hear me. I can't hear you guys whenever that happens.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like everything goes quiet. But you've been on Earth for thousands of years, right?
Nearly 4,000.
And Lucifer hasn't done anything destructive that we really know of, anything major, right?
Well, his agents have always been at work on your world, but no, the apocalypse has not occurred yet.
So you've been on the Earth for 4,000 years, and for 4,000 years we haven't had the apocalypse. That sounds like a pretty big success to me. Maybe you are the anti-apocalypse, all right? You're like
And
the air
if
freshener
that's
that starts
the
that
case-
assy apocalypse smell.
And if that's the case, what's to happen if I'm forced to leave? I speaking personally, I don't want to go. I've must admit I've become attached to your species. I like being here. I'm happy amongst your kind, and to think that within a year that will all end. If I've been around for 4,000 years, that year will happen in the blink of an eye. I don't know what to do.
There'd be a whole different plot line, buddy. Huh.
I did mention to them that I wish to speak with my father. You know him, and indeed his name is, well, God. To see if maybe he would change his mind. But to be honest with you, my father and I are on fairly rocky terms, and I find that to be unlikely.
Maybe if he were to know that you'd be here fighting demons, monsters, if you will.
Maybe, perhaps if I could perform some grand display, vanquish a powerful demon. I'm sure if I were to vanquish Azazel or Abaddon or one of them, that maybe perhaps he might view that deed favorably, but this is all, of course, conjecture.
Right. I just don't want him to think that you're just going out for coffee every day.
you hear a voice come behind you, and it's Zed, and he says, actually, Gabriel killed Azazel like a week ago. Sorry.
God, grab it.
Damn, how about Abaddon?
Huh?
I'm sure if I were to slay a knight of hell,
Well, I mean, Azazel was a lord of hell, and he was like an archdemon, and Gabriel kind of killed him. So Abaddon, I don't know. Maybe you got to do a little bit better than that. Ooh. What about Bao? We could go after. Well, I mean, not we, of course, but like you could go after Balthazar.
I
Just,
believe that you were informed by our brothers that you were to accompany me here, wherever I go.
Well, hold on. I remember specifically they said, I will return to Earth with you.
No. Let's see.
Well, no,
What's
hold on.
Mephistopheles up to these days?
Oh, you know what? I'm just so tired. Oh, I think
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna. And he stretches and he's like, where's a room
How
around
about
here?
Asmodeus? Let's find Asmodeus.
Mm, how about, no. And he turns around and starts walking to one of the bedrooms.
while he's talking to him, I just want to lean into Karen and be like, wait, hold on. So his brethren have been killing mega demons, and he just goes through lollypops? Hey, so Dex, let's be honest. Let's throw some things on the table here. What do you think you might be able to accomplish in a year that we can work towards together?
Slaying an agent of the apocalypse, perhaps.
Well, what was the name of the? Did we figure out the name of the guy that ran the dance club?
I don't believe we know his name. No. However, I find it unlikely that he is a demon. He's likely some form of lesser demigod.
Right. Well, we have to crawl before we can walk.
I think I need to prove myself to my father. Prove to him that more time here will be fruitful. Maybe then he will decide to grant me more time on your world without, of course, stealing away my divinity.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dex. I'm feel a little out of my scope with that. Killing the leader of the apocalypse, which I am also heavily smoking after all the emotional baggage I'm having to carry. Side note, I'm also eating pizza. I'm sorry about that. But in the meantime, why don't we use the current mission that we are on as an exercise of taking things a little bit more seriously than what we do and handling this in the most archangel professional way.
I'm not an archangel. I'm just, a regular,
Not with that attitude, you're not.
a gardener.
I've seen your flaming sword as I give him a wink with my left eye? Whatever the code is. I don't have my notes in front of me because I have a plate of pizza. But,
Let me see. Oh, immediately upon the left eye wink, I shout out, "I'm an angel!"
oh, well, the right eye. Right eye is... Bring out the sword, then.
Budweiser on.
Herbs in. Side note, Comic-Con, me and Kelly figured out a new code word for her character in campaign 2, but that's a whole nother conversation. So,
Okay.
But yeah, why don't we sally forth with this particular mission, and we'll use it as a stepping stone to get you where you need to be to get on the good side of God.
In the meantime, I would like to find the closest package store, so I can drink it.
Just out of curiosity, I mean, like, how much influence does your father have? Like, I've got some unpaid parking tickets. Like, can he do something about that?
I mean, other than being the supreme, ruler of all of existence, not much.
Well, I mean, and I reach into my pocket and I pink out this pink slip where my court date was like a week ago. Yeah, I mean, we can talk about. You know what? We'll talk about this later.
So how about that liquor store? So I can drink the store.
Right. Yeah, you see, here's the thing. Liquor's kind of expensive, and yeah.
All right, let's go. On me.
I mean, I was
So-
just about to suggest that I
Uh-huh.
could.
Yep.
Real quick, just so y'all know, in NPC bios, I have just uploaded 2 pictures. One is of Papa Lou's picture, and the other is the back of the tarot card. So if you have any idea on what Papa Lou looks like, that is a picture of him.
Not what I
That
was
is so
expecting.
not what I pictured for Papa Lou.
I was thinking of like a giant Italian fat guy with a giant stained white shirt
See,
and
I was
red apron.
picturing like either a Jamaican or Haitian black guy with like dreads. That's
Yeah.
what I was picturing.
When you saw him, he was black, and he did have dreadlocks and stuff like that. But on the card, that's what he looks like. With the face paint.
We
and
got
everything.
catfished.
Anyways, when you met him in the restaurant, he did not exactly look like this. But
That looked like
anyways.
it could be him.
I mean, that's the face that Ace saw that winked at him, and that's the
Okay.
back of the card. That also. Anyways, well, now you've got an eye for what everything looks like. All right, is there anything else that y'all are doing tonight?
Nope, just a liquor store. Getting him drunk shitless. And
Yeah.
then
Except
Okay,
everybody's
so-
healed. Nobody needs
Right.
healing.
Everybody's at full harms right now.
I will say I want to tonight, since we have time. I want to plug up the guy's cell phone, and I have no idea how to do that. I will start that process and get completely lost, like an old man trying to open his email.
I will assist.
As somebody who spends a lot of time on his phone, yeah, I'm gonna plug up his phone. Was it like an iPhone, regular Android,
Yeah.
Type C?
Oh, dude,
like,
it is definitely an iPhone X, 8, 12.
well, I have an iPhone.
something
I believe I've said I have an iPhone, so I will
Yeah.
plug up his phone.
that
turn
still
it on.
has bird shit all over the screen of it.
Well, you know what? It's fine. I'll I would know better than to submerge it in liquid, so I'm just gonna wipe it off like a handkerchief.
So yeah, y'all definitely you clean up your iPhone, you plug in the newly gained iPhone, and who goes to the liquor store and who's calling in a night? Because
A
you
power
are
bank,
definitely
so I'm
exhausted.
doing both.
I do the liquor store.
Okay, so we're not. You know what? I changed my mind. We're not delving into another 3.5 hour long restaurant visit. So you go to the liquor store.
I'm just gonna angel wings in and
And-
just start opening bottles and chugging them.
Okay, yeah. Karen, do you go to the liquor store with them while he's chugging bottles of liquor? Obviously, somebody's gonna have to pay for all that.
Not happy. I start chasing him around trying to pull him off shelves.
Nope, I've got a thing of Four Loko that I chug down. Then I find some Tito's vodka and chug that till it's empty, and then I'm gonna move on to the Smirnoff because I'm already in the vodka section.
No matter how much, you're starting to create a ruckus. Now the owners are kind of getting involved. And you know what, Dex? No matter how much you drink, you don't feel any different. Yeah, it burns going down, but you don't see what all the rave is about.
Quite
Why
sure I
people do this in the
understand.
beginning? I mean, you think soda tastes way better than, like, a Pepsi tastes way better than this Four Loko.
Well, I'm going to mix a Pepsi with some bourbon that I find on the shelf.
It tastes pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it even working?
No.
I don't think so. I don't feel any different. Why do you guys drink this?
Oh, gee. Okay. You're get off this. Get down. Get down. You've cost me enough for nothing to work.
So
Try
the
cocaine. Let's go.
like one of the associates is like following behind you with a basket, going like, "Who's gonna pay for all this?" And he's like picking up all the empty cans and bottles. Who's paying for all this? You can't just go around drinking all this stuff, bro.
I thought it was in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it is. Liquor stores are open in the middle of the night. They're 24/7, dog.
Israel.
I would like to soothe this individual. And
still
I'm
owe
going to
them money.
say there's nothing to be angry about.
Well,
Nothing
I'm not
at all.
angry, dude. It's just somebody needs to pay for this stuff, man. I mean, I guess I could just not call the cops and y'all could just pay me cash. That's cool.
You know what? Here's what you should do. You know, and I'm soothing again. There's nothing scary in here. There's nothing to be worried about. And what you're about to see, that's not scary either. And then I'm going to grab Karen's shoulder and I'm going to angel winks.
I like
Roll
how
weird.
Gavin tries to turn this into an ASMR channel whenever he's doing a soothe.
Roll weird.
All right.
we cannot low roll tonight. Roll lower.
It's getting kind of annoying. I want y'all to die. I mean, what? Oh, no, I'm super fans. Super fan. I'm y'all's biggest fan. I mean, anyways, so back to the game. Yeah, so where do y'all go? Where do you take Karen?
Okay. You know
God.
what?
Oh shit.
She's super persuasive and she has a real knack for talking to people. I'm going to Michael.
Are you kidding me with that?
I'm taking me and Karen and we are going to Michael.
Fuck.
The same gets over to Ace, who's just smoking a cigarette, trying to figure out how to unlock a GoPro.
So,
And he's just like, man, those guys are taking a while.
So, you appear, Karen and Dex, in a massive mausoleum. There are easels with half-painted portraits scattered all over this place. There's paint. There's like these white tarps with paint all over the floor. And you see this one figure that stands roughly about 6 feet tall in this very fine black with these very thin white pinstripe suit going down the suit vertically, not horizontal. He's not a nerd.
Right.
But he's just standing in the middle. He's got a paintbrush in one hand and one of those little paint trays in the other. He looks over his shoulder and he just stares wide-eyed at both of you. What are you doing, Dex?
Hey, bro. How's it going?
He drops his equipment and snaps his fingers, and Felia, your vision goes black.
You mean
You
Karen?
fall-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Karen. My bad. I'm looking
We
up
get
in the
it.
top left. Felia, but yeah, Karen, you black out. The moment he turns around and drops his stuff and snaps his fingers, you just pass out.
Well, I
Ace.
hope
Alright,
you can
Dex.
explain to
What?
God.
You fucking
I
did.
hope you can explain to God why you've brought a living mortal here.
Well, see, she's one of God's chosen
Are you-
humans.
Kidding me? Do you know what will happen? I fought for you to have at least a year. They wanted to take your wings immediately. And now this is what you do? This is your smartest decision that you could possibly come up with.
She's really persuasive, so I thought she could talk to you. And
Oh, yeah? Persuasive? How? What does she do?
She rolls really good.
She's really good with words,
Oh
and
yeah.
she.
Well, then why didn't you just take her down to hell to maybe persuade Lucifer to not try and do what he's doing? Maybe tell him to come back to us.
Well, I figured Lucifer would likely
you
imprison her soul,
figured.
and
You've been figuring things out for 4,000 years, Dex. 4,000 years. You've been trying to find yourself. Take this mortal and get out of my sight. You have 364 days left. Do not come back here. Until then.
What if it's just me?
He turns around and picks back up his paint equipment.
Alright, I guess I'll get Karen the hell out of there. Do I need to roll again?
Nope.
Okay.
And when you arrive back in the Hive headquarters, Karen does not wake up.
Assume I'm appearing right in front of Ace.
Yep. And Ace, you see Dex holding Karen, and she is not awake.
I'm
Or not conscious, should I say.
just gonna say one. Yeah, I'm just what's going on, and I will immediately start casting magic.
What kind of magic are you casting? Because now is the time for those snake eyes. I can feel it. I can feel it. Oh, it's coming.
I'm going to try to heal one harm from an injury or cure disease or neutralize a poison because I don't know what's going on.
Yes, roll that weird.
So it'll be a +3 in the roll, but it's actually a +4.
Oh my fucking god!
That's a 7 because it's a +4. It works imperfectly. Choose your effect and a glitch. So the glitch will be I will take 1 harm and ignore armor.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it works perfectly. Yeah. You know for a fact that your magic did not fail you this day. But she's still asleep.
Sorry, Ace. She seems so persuasive. I took her to Michael thinking she could talk some sense into him, and instead he did this. He didn't strike her. She just collapsed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. As like I'm gonna get down on a knee.
She's still, let me just say this, she's still breathing. She seems fine. Ace, with the amount of time that you've spent together, you've seen her sleep before, and you just know that she's asleep. Let me just put that out there.
So
Well,
she'll wake
I don't
up on
know
her
this.
own.
You just know she's asleep right now. Alive. She's a breather.
Like naturally, well, maybe not necessarily naturally, but she will wake up on her own.
Would assume so.
I'm sorry, Ace. I'm sorry. And I just keep repeating it over and over.
Never again, Dex.
And I'm just gonna stand up and just, under my breath, why can't I do anything fucking right? And as I'm just gonna walk away.
Yeah, I take her before he just drops her, I guess, since he's just walking away.
I'm not dropping her. I was assuming she was already on the ground.
I will take her and go put her in bed.
Okay. Karen. I need you to roll me some weird.
I think this might be like your first weird roll. Oh, okay.
Right. I have to use Velia because I'm not
No,
fancy enough
just
to
grab
create my own
2d6s, right click,
Yeah.
and drop them in the box.
Oops. Womp.
6.
Well, you said what? Weird?
Weird. Yep.
Nah, that's That's it. 0.
A
Okay.
0? So you
That's
have
a
no...
0. I got no fucking weird because I'm
Can-
human. And I didn't want to do magic.
Can I assist something with it?
You know what? Actually, Ace, I want you to roll weird too.
Okay.
I want you to roll weird to be able to assist her on this roll. If you want to assist her, roll weird. Is that an 11? Or...
That's if unless it is doing something beyond human limitations or healing harm, injury, disease, or neutralizing
No,
poison, it's
this
11.
would be like a help out, but instead of cool, to roll weird.
All right. Well
So
then.
it would just be your base weird.
Okay.
Okay. So, Karen,
Hmm.
you've dreamed before, and they're always different. You've had dreams where you've fallen, where you've climbed mountaintops, just weird dreams. You've had dreams about being stuck in the office all day, pencil pushing, where the papers just never cease. The moment you finish a stack of paper, you look over, oh, there's another stack of paper. But this is different. This doesn't feel like a dream. This feels like reality. You are standing in the middle of a destroyed Louisiana. Everything around you is on fire. You see flying creatures in the air, with some with giant bat-like wings, fighting with these monstrous black blades against these beings made of almost pearl white, with these white feathery wings. You can assume angels and demons.
It's because
And
apocalyptic.
correct. And they are just all over the place. You look around, there's bodies of demons and angels all around you. You sense all this, like you are trembling. You are in such a shock. You fall backwards, and as you fall backwards, you trip over a rock and you hit your head on a piece of metal, and the side of your head starts to bleed. It's real blood. This is your blood. Your head hurts. You can feel the heat coming off of the flames around you, and you have no idea what's going on. What is your first reaction? What do you do?
Trying to find cover.
You do that. You run for a little bit and you see a subway station. You run into the staircase of the subway station as more bodies of these demons and angels just fall like rain from the sky. Their weapons also clashing and stabbing into the ground as they fall. Do you continue to go into the subway station?
Yes.
As you go down into the subway station, it almost seems it becomes darker and darker, and then everything goes silent. You no longer hear the battle clashes going on up ahead, and you feel your body just jaunt for a second. Just everything around you shifts. It feels like the floor moves out from underneath you, and now it looks like a desert, and you see this rolling sand dune coming straight for you. And right before it gets to you, a giant maw, almost like a crocodile, comes out of the ground and is about to bite you. I need you to roll me act under pressure. Roll cool.
That is a -1, so 4.
Okay, I just gotta write something down real quick. Okay, so this jaw just engulfs you as you're just standing there. You lift your arms up, and you can almost feel the teeth just grab at you. And when you go into the maw, you feel this slimy tongue just slam you up against the roof of its mouth, and then all of a sudden everything jaunts all over again, and you're in complete blackness, sitting in a chair, covered in slime. There's still blood running down the side of your head, and everything is dark. And then a light clicks on in front of you, and it points down to a chair and a figure of Papa Lou sitting in a chair in front of you. And his fingers are at a point where his arms are up on some armchairs for his chair. His legs are crossed, and his fingers are up by his mouth,
Mr.
up to
Burns.
like a pinnacle. And he just stares at you. Karen? Hold on one second.
Womp.
Sorry, I had a dry throat. Too much talking, really. But he looks over at you. Karen, I believe you owe us a debt. We
Yes.
want to see or know what you see.
Okay.
What have you seen?
As of right now, like my last experience.
He moves his hands to the ends of his arms on his chair, and he uncrosses his legs and leans in real close towards you. And you could just see what, almost like his face has always been kind of expressionless. Now it looks a little bit more angry or upset in some type of way, and he just leans in real close to you. What have you seen, girl?
I swallow my spit in my throat. I was like, it's like a gulp.
Do you tell him everything you just saw?
Um. mm, Yes.
Okay. Once you finish telling him everything, he leans back in his chair, and his fingers go back up into the front of his face, and he just taps his top lip with his index fingers, and he just looks up at you and he goes, "Very well then, consider your debt paid." And he snaps his fingers, and you're back in the apocalypse. Somehow you are just moving so fast, and you see Dex laying on the ground. You see his wings ripped off and thrown to the side of him, and you see another figure with this pearly white suit and this blonde hair draped down in front of his face as he is weeping over the body of Dex. And he grabs at both Dex's sword and his own, and he looks up at you, and he just, through sobbing eyes, he says, This is all your fault. And he charges at you, and at the same time you see this, you hear Ace in the background. And Ace, what do you say to her while she's asleep to try and wake her up?
I don't know. It's been a day. I'm very emotionally stretched out then. So just very weepy. Just wake up. Just wake up. I can't. I, I just can't without you. Just wake up.
So you hear this from Ace in the back of your mind, and right as this figure goes to swing both of these flaming swords at you, you squint your eyes tight, and once again you throw your hands up in front of your face to protect your body, and then you wake up in a bed with Ace just sitting on the side of the bed. And Ace, when you look down, she's bleeding from the side of her head. That wasn't there a minute ago.
Yeah, I will immediately cast magic to heal that.
And I think actually this is, before you do that, this is where we're going to call the session.
Nicely done.
Okay.
Because it is almost right at 10 o'clock. And
Yep.
I know Carol has to go to bed here soon. So I think this is where we're going to end it.
Say, Tony, that was some nice improving on your part because you couldn't have planned for that.
Oh?
Oh?
Couldn't have planned for what?
For me to literally take her to an archangel.
Oh?
Or does he just know you so damned well?
Did you forget the whole thing about me being
Impact.
not a, but the motherfucking keeper? I am a divination wizard, my man. My boy. But,
Fantastic
no,
story time.
I'm thinking of
I
a number
didn't-
between 1 and 10. What am I thinking?
5. Duh. You always pick the middle of the two.
You know, you were actually fucking right. Tony,
Well, you said
I-
between 1 and 10, and
Tony,
this
you-
between it.
you-
So.
Let's be
Have
honest.
the
Gavin
gift.
always goes with the safe bet. So I mean, that's not really hard, man.
Yeah,
you
no.
have the gift, Tony. Tony,
Mhm.
what's the winning lottery numbers for tomorrow?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 62 and 73.
Okay,
Yeah.
good to know.
Alright. So, at the end of every session, we do our
What did we learn?
end of session. Did we conclude the current mystery of the Banshee?
That would be a nopers.
yes. I don't say yes.
Really?
Mm.
Did we?
I mean, I was kind of expecting y'all to fight the Banshee. I was not expecting y'all to just, oh, hey, you know what? I'm gonna banish the Banshee with a fucking 14. So whatever. So yeah,
Yes, but reluctantly.
the Banshee is gone. So I will say you can mark 1 for concluding the current mystery of the Banshee. It is Monster of the Week, so we will try to run through these monsters fairly quickly. Y'all are experienced veteran hunters. We'll do this a little bit faster. Maybe. Haven't decided. That's up to y'all, depending on how much time y'all spend in restaurants.
Right.
Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
No, we almost tried to make them have something worse than death by bringing them back from the dead just to interrogate them. So I'm gonna say nah.
She may have been trying to kill you.
No, she was already dead. Oh,
Mhm.
talking about Shaz? I mean, Ace?
Yeah. Like, was she right? I don't know her intention. So I was like, if she was trying to kill him, then yes, then technically the vanishing saved his life, and therefore.
She wasn't trying. No, if a monster's attacking one of the hunters, I don't consider that saving each other from death. You gotta save
Gotcha.
civilians.
All right. Yeah, no, I haven't done anything.
Or other people that are not PCs.
Yeah. Then no.
So, yeah. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
That's actually a thing now.
Yeah, it's always been a thing.
Yeah. We learned about the apocalypse. We learned the apocalypse is coming, and that Karen was able to see it, and that Dex knows it's probably gonna be fairly big chance that it's gonna be within the next year.
Okay, I will give y'all a yes for that. Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Yeah, a couple of them. We learned that Dex has a year to do something about the apocalypse, and that I am an empath.
Okay. Anything else?
I mean, there's a chance that Karen has sight, but we don't really know that yet.
Though. And then the freaking Archangel.
Let me think.
Hmm.
I'm trying to find the options in the Monster of the Week manual for end of session.
Also, the angel carries about 37 pairs of sunglasses.
Also that?
Exactly 37. It's not about.
It's precisely.
So, that's a yes for that. So you all mark 2 experience points.
Cool.
A level up, and
I'm one shy of a level up.
then I have 1 experience to go on for the next level. And for my thing, I have to pick an advanced improvement, right? I'm gonna choose get +1 to any rating, max +3, and since there's no way for me to otherwise get my weird up to 3, I'm gonna pick that one since I can get my tough up to 3 by normal means.
Wait, hold on. Say that one more time.
So in my playbook,
Mm-hmm.
some of my regular improvements, already allow me to get my tough up to 3, but
Yep.
which is why I'm not choosing +1 to tough. But in order to get my weird up to 3, I have to take an advanced improvement.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is why I'm using my advanced improvement to raise my weird up to 3, because I can get my tough up to 3 on a regular
Well,
improvement.
so what was it that we talked about? We talked about that you picked an improvement on level 5 where you
Yeah,
should have
this
picked
is an advanced
advanced.
improvement. I'm choosing
Yeah.
get
Okay.
+1 to any rating, max +3.
Okay. So you're moving your tough to 3.
I'm using my weird to 3 because I can use a regular improvement to make my tough 3, which I haven't done yet. But if I want my weird to get up to 3, it takes an advanced improvement, which is why I'm not picking tough right now.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that sounds like a deal to me. So your weird is 3.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Ace should be at what? 3 experience points right now?
Yep. 3 experience.
All right. And 1 harm for Ace right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mark 2 harm for Karen right now. And then Karen should have 2 experience points right now. Ace should have 3 experience points? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we just said. Yep.
Yeah, okay. And Dex should have 1 experience point. Wow, Ace sucks. The higher level you get, the suckier your rolls are.
I did just fine, man.
Y'all did pretty good on your rolls tonight.
Didn't roll even just a 1d6, and I still rocked it.
Yeah, no. The only reason why I made you roll the 1d6 is because it's not something you've ever trained in doing. So you're gonna be rolling 1d6s for a minute if we try to use your empath abilities.
That's fine.
And
However you want to do it, man.
you get to add a +4 to it, so there's only like a 20% chance that you would fail it. So it's not too big. If you get anything above 3, then you're good.
That's like a 50% chance that he would fail.
Well, if he gets a 3 or higher, then he succeeds because he gets like a +3 or 4 or something like
but
that.
it's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
50%
Yeah.
chance because you roll a d6
Yeah.
and it's 50% you get
Yeah,
3.
well,
No,
whatever.
actually, it wouldn't even
Whatever.
be that because if 3 would still
It's like
succeed, so it's only 2 out of 6 that it's a fail.
33%.
But it was took
Maybe
a 7 to
33%.
succeed.
It's a 33%. Whatever.
Yeah, so 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 out of the 6 is a success. Only 1 or 2 is a failure.
Tony, can you do me a favor?
Yep.
Can you claim ownership of Dex Corthalamu, my character sheet, so that way it's
Alright.
just you and me that can see it?
If we are done, I will
Yeah.
go ahead and kill the stream here, guys.
Yeah, there's just one more thing I need to ask Kelly.
Okay.
Um, so when it comes have other than her gun, like, because everybody's going to be, because there's an armory here, right? So if there's a weapon, like an artifact weapon in the armory, what kind of weapon do you think Karen?
Walking around with a baseball bat and 2 handguns.
Okay.
And claws.
Okay. What about Ace?
What Ace would have? Or do you want Ace's opinion on what Ace would have?
Ace's opinion on what Ace would have.
The weapons that. Oh man, my audio is just being rough now. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, just gonna keep on cutting in and out like a little dick. The physical weapons that I want to have are the physical weapons that I have. I have the ritual knife, and then I need to hold on to the ones that I have.
Okay. All right. Well, okay, because I know that Dex has a flaming sword, and I was like, why doesn't everybody have a flaming sword? So, well, he has a flaming sword made out of Budweiser cans, and obviously his brother is not impressed. So, but yeah, okay. Well, did y'all? You can go ahead and cut the stream now.
All right, man.